Hello everyone, this is Sheila. Would you like to see how I gather leaves and stem cuttings for propagation so that I can start growing succulents again in my new home state? This time, I'm actually growing succulents outside of sunny California. So if you're interested to see how succulents fare in a new climate, then this video is for you. Let's dive right in. Key point number 1. Choose mature leaves and stems. Mature leaves have a much better chance of sprouting healthy succulent pups. My neighbor actually joined me for this. She's adding the cuttings to her own succulent collection. I also gave her some of my succulents in big planters. This one has flower buds, so it's almost ready to bloom. Are you wishing now that we were neighbors? I almost forgot to take a cutting from the plant I'm giving away, so I had to stop and cut a stem for myself. Key point number 2, make sure that the leaves and stems are plump and hydrated. Well-hydrated cuttings won't need constant misting, which works perfectly for us since we will be on the road most of the day. If you're pressed for time and can't mist your propagations, just ensure that the donor plant is well watered before taking your cuttings. How are your propagations coming along? I would really love to hear about your success stories and the things that have worked for you. I'm sure everyone would benefit from them. And even if things went wrong, I'd love to hear those stories too. I'm sure we'll get insights from people who've made mistakes and overcome them. Key point number 3, as long as the leaves and stems are mature and plump, don't worry if they have small scars or tears. Succulents are resilient. Imperfections won't stop them from growing roots. These steps have worked well for me in the past, but I'm not claiming to be an expert. Now, key point number 4 is where things got interesting. So stay with me, okay? This one might surprise you. But before I dive into that, I want to share an update. Remember I mentioned in my previous video that we're selling this house? That's because we're actually moving to another state, but we'll be staying with our son in Indiana for 8 months before buying our new home. Yes, I'll be propagating succulents in a much cooler climate this time. Something I've never done before. So we're about to find out together. Can succulents survive the drive through icy Wyoming, and will they propagate in the winter? Indiana's winters are much colder than the sunny California weather I'm used to, but I'm excited to see how these plants handle the challenge. As you can see, I'm just taking 1 or 2 cuttings from each type. I'm also grabbing some leaves so I can try leaf propagation. I'm not taking anything from the succulents with the really tight rosettes because I want the new owners to enjoy them. I also decided to bring some cuttings of my lemon tree to propagate in a pot. I could easily buy a lemon plant from Home Depot, but this variety is the one I like. It's funny, but trust me, not all lemons are the same. Did you know that? In fact, I grew this lemon from a seed I got from a lemon that I bought at the supermarket. By the way, just so you know, I'm way more familiar with propagating succulents than with lemons, okay? So what I'm doing here is probably not the right way at all. I'm really just trying to cram as many cuttings into this container as I can. Because honestly, we barely have any room left in the car. It's already packed to the brim. So this is kind of like throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping something will stick. At this point, I'm just hoping at least one of these will actually survive. Growing this lemon is a bit of a challenge because lemons can't handle freezing temperatures. So yeah, I could really use some luck with these succulents and my lemon tree. As for where we're thinking of buying a new home, we're not exactly sure yet, but we're looking at Nevada or Arizona. Which city or state do you think would be good to settle in? We're actually traveling by land from California to Indiana, which will take about 5 days to get there. And we're bringing our dog Sophie along through the icy weather, which leads me to key point number 4.
Since my plants are well hydrated, I'm going to transport them in a dry garbage bag. No soil, no misting, and little to no airflow, and they won't see daylight until day 5 because I'm transporting them in a cooler. Can you guess why? I think this will be the ultimate test of their resilience, so stay tuned to see how they turn out, okay? Let's say hi to our ladybug friend here. Ladybugs are friends. They eat mealybugs. Key point number 5. I've learned over the years that you can cut these stems however you like, and they'll grow just fine. These succulents are very resilient plants. In fact, in my next video, you'll see just how tough they really are. They are true survivors. And this leads me to my message for you today, which is, when the storms roll in and the clouds seem endless, remember this: just like the seasons, the sun will shine again. Every challenge you face will pass. Even the coldest winter is temporary. Spring will always come, and with it, new beginnings. So keep striving and keep thriving. Thank you. This is Sheila again, your person on a mission for succulent fame, sending inspirations your way with every video. Remember to subscribe and share it.